mechanic. Okay. In motor vehicle mechanic, we do the following things. So they will list, a number of things that they do. The tasks. Actually, you break down the occupation into small units. When you break the occupation into different tasks and regroup those tasks to give you a single page of what the occupation is. So you have duties and tasks. When you have this kind of page, it is called a DACUM chart. And DACUM chart, or DACUM, which is DACUM, means developing a curriculum. So you begin developing the curriculum, the career path of this trainee, by asking the industry to give you the people that do the job, to tell you what they do in the job. And some trainers, some experts combine these to produce, secondly now, what they call national standards. So you have the chart first to look at what is done in the occupation. Second, you have national standards. What do you want to say? If this person has done this, then he has achieved a national standard. So that's the highest point of achievement. But very, very small unit of tasks will combine to give you a national standard.
Considering that this is a relatively new approach embraced by the Malawi government as a component of the TEVETA reform process, how then are the TEVETA institutions in all the 3 regions of Malawi who are implementing the approach monitored? The TEVETA Service Center Manager for Lilongwe, Mr. Victor Luambala, elaborates how they are making sure that there is continuity in the CBET approach by bringing it to the grassroots.
As we continue to implement TEVETA in Malawi, we have actually noted the very big bottlenecks in the sense that the continuity is a problem. You will appreciate that in the past, we had quite a number of secondary schools where technical subjects were being taught. But because of the cost that goes with the teaching of those subjects, we have noted that some schools have actually dropped teaching technical subjects. Worse still, the students or the pupils that are coming from primary school don't have an idea altogether about what is happening or what is TEVETA and how they can progress in the TEVETA system. You and me know that in the past we used to have some lessons like handicrafts in the primary schools. Now, much as that was quite basic, but it was actually giving the pupil an area understanding of the need for some hands-on skills that are quite useful as we grow up. Now, through the Ministry of Education, TEVETA is trying to establish some model schools where vocational skills are going to be taught, so that the students are exposed quite early enough, so that as they grow, they know what TEVETA can offer, and they also have options for life.
Several stakeholders have asserted that the CBET approach to education is the right way, as Mr. Elliot Mulanje confirms.
We've seen that a lot of stakeholders, in particular the beneficiaries themselves, the students themselves, as well as the industry, have come and then indicate that this is quite a good system and is actually receiving a lot of recognition for the time being. From the industry's perspective, the beneficiaries' perspective, and the training providers, which are the institutions that are training the students, the concept of competence-based education is quite acceptable to a great extent.
The Malawi Labour Market Survey of 2009, commissioned by TEVETA, indicates that if the CBET system is followed and applied religiously, it will produce a more competent and well-rounded artisan than the other frameworks. Principals of different technical institutions have these views on how CBET is being implemented and its impact.
The way we understand is that CBET is different from another system because CBET aims at training the students in mastering the skill. So what happens is that in the system, students have to master a certain skill or a particular skill before they move on to another skill. So if your student is lagging behind, that means we have to make sure that he acquires that skill before he moves on to another level.
When the students are taught, assessment has got to be done. After the assessment has been done, you can ask the internal verifier to come and verify what the teacher has taught, because the teacher is like a local assessor. Now we have an internal verifier who is the head of department, has got to cross-check that the local assessor has done everything what is required, all the necessary forms have been filled, because this competence-based education and training needs a lot of there's a lot of stationery needed in it, because each and every student has got to have his own file, so that anyone who comes should be able to see the file. So after the internal verifier has done that, then we tell the TEVETA to send us an external verifier. This external verifier comes from the industry. This one will also cross-check with what the internal verifier has done. After verifying that the teaching has really happened, is when now they also endorse to say this one has achieved this module, because modular based is based on credits. And it's different from as I said, the traditional method where we just mark, but this one has credits. Each module has got its own credits. And assuming this student is doing level 1, there are about 120 credits which he or she has got to achieve. If it is less than 120, this one will not be able to get a certificate because of these other credits.
You can see today there is a lot of changes and competition in terms of models, be it cars, be it furniture, be it even the electrical, whatever services. They need people who have got the capability so that they produce quality services that can withstand the market demands. Out there, yes, we can say the old system was there, but with the current changes in technology and whatever transformation, I think TEVETA did very well to bring the CBET system of training.
Challenges are about teachers complaining in terms of workload. It seems there is a lot of paperwork, a lot of recording, a lot of filing, which our teachers were not used to that. But now, because of this new approach, they find it hard to keep records.